Listen, I was 6-0 last week for the wild card matchups, and I can't bet. And if I was able to bet, I would have made a lot of money last week.
My goals are beyond your understanding.
But if you guys are able to bet, the ones that don't live in Florida and live in states that actually legalize sports betting because it's a normal thing, yeah, maybe stick around for the whole video. Maybe I go 10-0 throughout the whole playoff so far, and I go 4-0 in my predictions for this week's matchups for the NFL divisional game. What's up, guys? My name is Brandon. Welcome back to the channel. We're gonna be, like I said, going through the divisional games for this week. Let's start off with the AFC Saturday game with the Bengals.
Joe Shiesty looked like he played Yu-Gi-Oh before every game to get his mind right.
Versus Titans.
Run through a motherfucker face.
This is an interesting matchup because I feel like the Titans are going to get back Derrick Henry. Obviously, King Henry's coming back. Their defense is really good. The defensive line is really good. The secondary is a bit suspect, but I would honestly pick the Titans defense over what the Bengals have. The Bengals just have an explosive offense. We kind of saw that during the Raiders game as well. I mean, throughout the whole season as well. Am I going to go pick the Bengals here?
No.
Because I'm going to pick Titans, especially if they can get back Derrick Henry. I feel like the Bengals aren't going to be able to stop the run. Which, first, congratulations to all Cincinnati Bengals fans. You have finally something to celebrate. After 31 years of losing, you now won a game, which, congratulations, in the playoffs, I should say, in the playoffs. But yeah, look, right now I think I really think the Bengals aren't, you know, they're looking at this like, well, like, look, we made it this far. Like,
I don't know. I never thought I'd get this far.
No reason why we can't push further, but at the same time, you're running into a literal brick wall in Derrick Henry when you're trying to stop the run against him. Like, he might come back a little sluggish, but I think we've seen him come back from injuries before and still do really well. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pick the Titans. For the second Saturday divisional game, I'm going to go ahead and choose the Packers. Over the 49ers.
Feels great, baby.
This is what I like to call the Aaron Rodgers Bowl, because I'm pretty sure the Packers were in contention, the 49ers were in contention to trade for Aaron Rodgers from the Packers this past offseason. They were trying to make some moves happen, possibly trade that third pick and Garoppolo or something like that, some package, and they ultimately said no, the Packers, because I guess at some point you're gonna have to draft an offensive weapon, and like at the third pick you could have had Penei Sewell, or I mean, he's not an offensive weapon, but Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle, Devonta Smith, so like you could have had any of those options, I guess, at that point. So it just wouldn't make sense for the Packers, you know. But look, they're playing at Lambeau Field, they're playing at Green Bay. Am I confident of what the 49ers can do?
No.
Just because it's Aaron Rodgers. You're going up against Aaron Rodgers, I think probably the best quarterback in the NFL right now. Played, again, at another MVP level. I think he's going to have back-to-back MVP seasons. And I really do think that this Packers team could possibly make it all the way. Now, it's also January and in Green Bay, so probably is going to be really cold.
Psycho man, what you smoking?
I'm not smoking, I'm breathing.
I don't know if the 49ers can handle that coming from San Francisco, but at the same time, they do have a shot. Deebo Samuel's now more integrated in the offense. Their offense has started to click, especially towards the latter half of the season. We really saw that against the majority of the game against Dallas. I know towards the end there, the defense kind of stifled and allowed Dallas to come in, and same thing with their offense. But at the same time, the Green Bay just looks like a different monster, a different beast. I think, honestly, if you didn't pick Green Bay, it would be a little bit weird, but I can see why you picked the 49ers. Their offense looks really exciting, but I would honestly suspect that the Packers can pull this one out. It's going to be a shootout. I really think so in this one. I think two really good explosive offenses, but I think Green Bay, I think it's just going to take the edge here on this one. I'm picking Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. All right, let's move on to the NFC Sunday matchup. We have the Buccaneers.
It's a small world after all.
Versus Rams.
Odell's dad might be the greatest agent of all time.
Now, this is the most difficult one, I think, out of all of them I'm going to have to choose, because it's like, do I choose Tom Brady over probably one of the best offenses in the NFL right now, and defenses, like on both sides of the ball in the Rams? I mean, both of them have, I think, top 5 offenses and at least top 10 offenses and defenses. And right now, do I go ahead and pick the Rams? The answer is Yes, I am going to pick the Rams. I am going to pick against Tom Brady. And the reason is if they're losing 2 offensive starter tackles and guards, in Tristan Wirfs and I think Ryan Jensen, the Buccaneers. The fact that Tom Brady, the weapons also around Tom Brady aren't the same as earlier in the season. Obviously, we know what happened to Antonio Brown. Chris Godwin's out for the season with an ACL injury. Mike Evans stepped up, Gronkowski stepped up, and the run game wasn't there. They don't have Leonard Fournette or Ronald Jones Jr. Ronald Jones III? Either one. It doesn't matter. They didn't have either one. They did get some good production out of Giovanni Bernard, though, so maybe they go back to that. But if they can't run the ball and they can't protect Tom Brady off this, we saw what happened with the Eagles game. I mean, the Eagles don't have the same defensive line that the Rams do, and they were still able to get to Tom Brady a good part of the game, to be honest, even though they got absolutely destroyed, which sucked for me watching that. I turned it off. I couldn't.
Now you know what it feels like.
I couldn't watch it anymore. If Jalen Hurts can't make the simple 5-yard pass, I don't understand. And the fact that he wasn't even targeting Devontae Smith, they were literally leaving him in one-on-one coverage. All you have to do is run a curl route, and he would probably have easy 6 yards because they were literally giving him space.
If you do the thing and you do it right and you don't fuck it up, it works. It just works.
Instead, you want to run fucking screen passes like on 2nd and 3rd down. I don't get what the offense was trying to do here. I'm sorry. I'm just a little upset. I mean, I knew the Eagles weren't going to win, but at least put up a better fight than that. I mean, at this point. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pick the Rams. Their defensive line, with especially Aaron Donald and Von Miller going in through the middle and off the edge, I just think it's going to be too much for the Buccaneers offensive line, especially if they're going to be down 2 starters. And Matthew Stafford is really clicking with the offense now. Van Jefferson's obviously stepped up. Odell Beckham got his first win. Also, congratulations to Matthew Stafford. He got his first win in the NFL playoffs, and he was like 0-3 with Detroit. Now he got his first win. Odell Beckham got his first touchdown, which is pretty cool to see. And obviously, we all know what Cooper Kupp and Matthew Stafford has been able to do this season. So obviously, I would, even though the Bucs secondary is also a little hurting, but it's still pretty much intact. I would go Rams here. I just feel like the Rams have too much going for them at the moment that it's too hard not to pick them. And then the final game, the final AFC game, and the final game of the divisional round, I have the Buffalo Bills.
He's pulling his cock out.
Beating the Kansas City Chiefs.
Hey, Twitter world.
And the reason why I have the Bills beating the Chiefs is because of that. I don't remember when they played, but I know it was early in the season. I know the offense for the Chiefs is now starting to click, and same thing on the defensive end, that everything is starting to click and come together. But the Bills defense has been able to stop Patrick Mahomes in the past. I don't see why they can't. And obviously, the Bills defense lost guys like Tre'Davious White, which is going to hurt them in the secondary. But they played them really well in the previous week, so I don't see why they couldn't play them well again this game. For Kansas City, I really think, Patrick Mahomes, I don't think is going to struggle, but I don't think is also going to have a particularly great performance. I know, like I said, the offense is clicking, but that Bills defense is going to, I think, really stop whatever they're trying to run. If Kansas City gets out of this, I really think it's going to be based off a field goal or something like that. I don't think it's going to be on a game-winning field goal. I don't think it's going to be, much of a competition whether or not touchdown for touchdown. I just think like a for like situation, but I just also don't think that the Chiefs are going to win based off of their offense alone. I think it's going to take a whole conservative effort. And also, I think Josh Allen has been playing some of the best football we've seen in a long time, while injured as well. So I'm going to go ahead and pick the Bills in this matchup. Let me know in the comment section down below whether or not you agree with my picks. Again, I would love to hear back from you guys. So far in my predictions, we had, if you go back in the video, 49ers, Packers, I took Packers. Bengals, Titans, I'm taking Titans. Bills, Chiefs, I'm taking Bills. And Rams, Buccaneers, I picked the Rams. Let me know in the comment section down below whether or not you agree with my picks. And yeah, look forward to really hearing from you guys. Also, if you did enjoy the video, at least give me a like. I would love to hear some feedback from you guys. So if you guys at least enjoyed, give me a like while you're down there commenting as well. And if you really want to know when I post videos, make sure to subscribe. My name is Brandon. I'll see you next time.